Hello everyone, welcome to another video, another draw with me. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of watercolour and I've come a little bit prepared for this video. I've already sketched out what I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw this cute little orangutan. I've just been in a mood for orangutans lately. Focus, 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 focus. Right, there we go. I sketched a bunch of different like leaves and foliage, orangutan. That was my first sketch, and then I did a better sketch here. I'll show you the picture actually, which I'm used as reference. Of course. I went on Pinterest to find it. Where did I put it now? Oh, there it is. That's the picture I used as reference. She has got the little baby orangutan with her. I tried to draw it on this one, but there just wasn't really enough space to fit it in, and when I did fit it in it just looked too crowded, so I ended up taking the baby orangutan away. As cute as it was, I think it's fine on its own, and I just kind of freestyled for all the foliage around. And then I traced it onto some watercolour paper, and this is what I'm going to be doing today. Let's get to it. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, I'm going to make all the background except Mr. Orangutan this very pale yellow colour. Because with watercolours you gotta work light to dark, because you can't make dark colours lighter, you can only make lighter colours darker. So here we go. First I'm just going to make the whole paper wet. So when I put the yellow on top, it will do this, it'll go like that. If that makes any sense. Oh wait, I'm going to make sure to not go over the orangutan though, because that'll cause me some right bother. I think that's everywhere. So I'll just start blobbing it on. I don't really have to be neat with it because a lot of this is going to get covered up. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who bought something from, or even just, you know, going over and having a look and like maybe favouriting a few things at my Etsy shop. It really does put a smile on my face. If you didn't watch my last video, I've set up an Etsy shop. I'll put the link in the description where I'm selling like a few prints of my work. So yeah, thanks if you bought something. Whenever I get an order, I do a little squeal. For this illustration, I want pretty much everything to be green other than the orangutan, who's going to be orange of course. And I want to keep the colours really quite bright around the orangutan, like he's got a bit of what do you call it, like there's a spotlight on it, because obviously I want the orangutan to be the focal point. So I'm hoping if I keep all the colours around the orangutan lighter and then all the colours on the outside darker, it will draw your eyes into the lighter bits where the orangutan is. I might go back to the picture of the orangutan a couple times for reference, but I'm thinking for the majority of it it's all just going to be from my head. Because I put the water down first, you can see how there's like splodges of lighter bits and more saturated parts, and that's because of the water. It helps it, just like I say, it does. So if you add like colour on top of something that's already wet, it will kind of spread out. I usually do that sort of technique for the first couple layers, and then as the layers carry on I want to be a bit more precise with things, so I'll paint onto the surface when it's already dry to stop it spreading out so I get a cleaner line. Okay, I've just dried that with a hairdryer, and let's start putting another coat on top. I need to think for a second. See, with my last video I did acrylics, and they're a lot more forgiving than watercolour because you can just layer and layer and layer. But for this video I thought, you know what, I'll do it in watercolours, because if I do it in watercolours then I can go on top of it with coloured pencil. So I need to think quite a lot about what I'm doing, because if I make a mistake that's kind of it. You can't really fix it with watercolours. Actually I've got a green already here. I'll use this. Oh, you know what this is all left over from my other draw with me video, the one where I did the strawberries. I haven't done anything watercolour related since then, so it's all left over. So I'm just going to paint in between all them vine shapes that I've made. I've been trying to make this video for the past 2 days, but it's just been unbearably hot lately. And when I do these videos, obviously I need it to be quiet. You know, of the microphone. I've got a microphone here. Let me show you. This is my mic. Woo woo woo. So I need it to be quite quiet so you don't get annoying background noise, which means I can't have a fan on. So doing a video without a fan on and also my window closed, no, not in that heat. But it's cooled down quite a bit today, so I thought I'll do the video now. It is still quite hot, so I have to have my door open. So if you do hear any background noise, it's just because my door's open. My brother's in his room playing video games, talking to his friends on the mic. And sometimes he gets quite passionate about his games and he'll shout a little bit. So if you hear distant shouting, it's my brother at his video games. just looking at the camera right now, it looks like I've barely done anything. But in real life, this colour looks a lot darker, I swear to you. The camera's making it look a lot lighter than it actually is. Okay, so the weather's gone a bit crazy and it's chucking it down outside, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. The weather has just been going a little bit strange lately. I'm gonna just add in a very, very pale orange for the orangutan. My dad's just walked into the room.
I've just snuck in. Getting a sneak preview. Is it a monkey?
Dad, oh, I've told you this before. Orangutans are not monkeys, they are apes. Monkeys have tails, orangutans do not have tails.
Mm.
And I think it's quite frankly offensive to call an orangutan a monkey.
Am I being speciesist?
Species.
I shall be gone. Right. Goodbye.
Okay, so it's now the next day because the rain was just making too much noise, so I decided to stop filming and just wait for it to stop. So it's the next day, but so I didn't feel like I was wasting the day. I did this, I'll show you right now, on the computer on Photoshop just to figure out the colours of the piece. So doing it now hopefully will be a little bit easier, kind of just have something to copy from. Obviously that was very rough thrown together, but it gives me a better idea of what this will look like when it's done. Trying to think, what should I do now? Let's just make a darker green. I think what I might do after I finish the watercolour of this piece, I might actually use acrylics to do all because I've got quite a lot of lighter vines here, but that's just going to be really tricky to keep light throughout this, so I think I'll just paint over them and then afterwards just make them darker using acrylic. I think that'll be easiest. Right, I'm going to be bold now and I'm just going to try and mix the darkest possible green I can for this tree over here. Sometimes I find it hard to get a dark colour with watercolours. It takes quite a few layers for me to get it the fullest dark I want it to be. Go with that, I'm probably going to have to make it darker. I'm sorry, I forgot to speak for quite some time then. I got carried away. But basically I just blanked in these two trees and I just messed about for a bit. I think what I'm going to do now is add in the darker leaves. I've just go with this green and this, whatever colour that is, brown. Make a pretty nice colour and then add in this very, very dark blue. Oh, added in a bit too much there, didn't I? Okay, I think that's it. Cool, I'll go into them later once they're dry with a darker colour to add some detail. I noticed the other day and I was looking at my subscribers, I'm really close to 7,000, so I'm hoping by the time I upload this video I will have hit 7,000, which is just a little bit crazy, isn't it? I know 7,000 compared to other channels is like barely anything, but to me, I actually can't believe it that I've got that many. Getting closer to that 10,000, which honestly, if I get 10,000, I think I'll poo my pants right there and then. It would blow my mind a little bit. It would just be very, very nice. Right, I've got some leaves to add here. Right, they look a bit odd at the moment, but they connect to a lighter colour of vine going up. So yeah, they'll look better in a second. Right, I think I'm going to get started on Mr. Orangutan. I need to get myself a clean box to work in. I'll get rid of this one and this one. Okay, I'm going to make myself a nice bright orange. I'm going to put this everywhere except the middle of the face. Oh, actually in the hands where like this you can kind of see the skin and there's not really any fur on them, because that's more of a greyish colour. Sorry my voiceover's been a bit boring this video. I've not really had much to talk about really, nothing. When I say nothing has happened, I am not exaggerating in the slightest. nothing has happened. Basically what I've been doing all week is waiting. I ordered a copy of my book, Being a Bog to be made, just using Photobox. Being a Bog's a children's book that I made, and there's like a series of me making it on my channel. And I ordered it like a couple of weeks ago, and it said it should have come 2 days ago. And it's still not here, and I just want it. So all I've been doing is waiting for that to arrive. So I'd quite like to make a video showing the actual finished book and like reading through it, kind of like an audio book, but with like the illustrations. Because I was hoping to have that video made this week, but it's just taking so long to come. And let's mix and more of a reddier orange. You can tell I'm bored when I resort to watching Hairspray. Hairspray is my go-to boredom film. If I've got absolutely nothing to do, I plonk on Hairspray. I love Hairspray. I think it's my favourite musical. There's not a single song. Like, you know, with some musicals, a song will come on and you think, yikes, let's just skip that one. But there's not a single song in Hairspray where I think, yikes, let's skip it, because it's a bit boring. Even the slow songs, which usually I'm not a big fan of slow songs, but even the slow songs in Hairspray are absolute bops. I've given it this goofy little, looks a bit like a toupee, fluff of hair on the top. Okay, let's mix an even darker colour to add the darkest shadows on this orangutan. Now I'll add it into the crevices, like right here. Okay, so now that's done. I think I want to go in with the coloured pencils now because I don't really know what else to do with the watercolour. I'm hoping the coloured pencil will bring the piece together and make it look finished. And if it doesn't look finished after I've done the coloured pencils, I can always go back in with the watercolours on top. My coloured pencils are Faber-Castell Polychromos. Oh, I don't really know where to put them. It's too crowded on this desk. I'll just put them to the side.
Oh, you got recorded?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Hello. I've also got these pencils as well, which is just a mishmash of all sorts. Do you want to say anything? I'll just stand there and look at me.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
Why?
I don't know what to say.
I mean, you can carry on speaking if you want, Harry.
I don't know. Well, where are we up to? Just going in with some finer details now, are we?
Yeah.
I just want to say I like orangutans. I like art. So this is a good combo for me. And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Okay, goodbye.
See ya!
Let's give this orangutan some eyeballs. Los ojos, as they say in Spanish. I gave him a bit of a monobrow as well. I don't even know what it is, just a bit of a triangle. I thought it looked quite cool when I did it. Let's give him rosy cheeks. Because he'll look cute. Oh, wait, actually, really, aren't his cheeks down here? Okay, well, I've messed that up, Anna. You know what, it looks nice there anyway. I'll also give him a bit of red here. I don't want to outline everything. I want to just outline bits which I feel really need it. Add some fur. So I did this little line here, just kind of to outline this shape, and I quite like it, so I think I'm going to do that amongst this clump here to try and just define a few edges. Do something with this block of colour here. And of course I've got to get my signature ovals in. Oval next to an oval, it's what I do. I feel like, I don't know, it just needs something else, but I don't really know what else to put here. Okay, I think I need to have a big long think to figure out what to do with this section, because right now I have no idea. So I'll come back once I've figured things out. So I figured it out. Basically I just added a few more leaves and I just made this bit a little bit darker because I was hoping by making like the sides, if you noticed, all the sides of this piece are quite dark, and I was hoping by doing that it would bring your eyes into the lighter part of the drawing, which is right smack bang here of his lovely ways of little faces. So now I think I'm gonna get my acrylic paints and add the lighter vines in, and hopefully that looks nice. If it looks a bit naff, I'll just, hopefully I can scrape it off. But it should look okay because it looks nice on the practice I did on the computer. Get my paints out in my very cool Art Attack box. I think I'll probably only need, obviously, white, yellow, and I don't know which blue would work best, this blue or this blue. I'll use a little bit of both and see which one works best. Oh god, that, oh, this lid is tight. Bloody heck, that hurt my hand. You know what, that tiny amount of paint is probably enough. Oh gosh, these lids are so spiky. They're like hexagons, so they probably stab you when you try and take them off. Right, so I need white, a bit of yellow. That looks okay actually. Happy with that colour. Okay, I'm doing it. Oh, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm done, and I have to say, I really like it. First off, I love orangutans, so this is going straight on my wall, and I just also like to put it out there, just ask to get a feel of things. If I made this into a print, would people be interested? Because I'm thinking about expanding the shop and putting more prints in there. Obviously, I want to know which prints you'd want in there most. So yeah. That concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the process of this guy being made. Thanks for watching and goodbye. Thumbs up.